Good morning, it's Angela from Create for Living, and I'm so excited to share with you today my teacher's bullet journal and a strategy to help me keep track of the amount of marking that I have in this next term. So you can see I'm just flicking through my setup so far, and if you want to see that, there is a video with that entire setup. There you can see I've already filled in a little bit in it, just in my first week's planning, and we're about to go in the next clear page. I'm now looking at trying to get ahead on this marking. Don't know if any of you, like me, have had a set of Year 11 papers to mark over the holidays. Our Year 11s did mocks. And so I'm going to draw a forest, just keeping with this wintry theme at the top. And I'm just grabbing any markers that I had lying around. Some of you may have markers that are left in your classroom by students. Let me know if you can relate to that. And so I'm just grabbing some greens, any green ones that I could find, and just drawing these sort of pine trees, very quick and easy. My teacher's bullet journal setup tends to be a lot more simplistic than my main bullet journal. Sorry, there's a training background. And so I just generally use markers or whatever stationery I can find behind. I'm using the Scribbles That Matter notebook, which is helpful because I don't have to worry too much about doing pen tests. I just use what I have. And so we're just going to jump ahead in a second. You can see I'm just literally grabbing whichever color and drawing a forest along the top. And the idea of this is that sometimes it can feel like you have a whole forest of marking to do, and this page is to help me feel like I'm conquering that and getting out of the forest. So we're going to jump ahead. You can see I've drawn a little fox coming out of the forest with my marking plan. And are we out of the woods yet? So this is my method to feel like I'm getting on top of things, I'm coming out of that craziness where there just seems to be marking everywhere. For my Secret Santa at school, very excited. I managed to get these Derwent graphic pens in grey. So someone must have known me at school. I don't know who it was yet, but was so happy when I received this. I'm just grabbing some post-it notes and making a list of my breakdown for my process for marking. So I don't know what your process is. You can customize this to yourself. For me, what I tend to do is break up my marking into 3 piles, so mark 10, 20, and then all marked. That's especially for my Year 11s, where it can take hours to mark the papers. So if I do it in smaller chunks, I can then schedule that in different places, and I really like to be able to tick off something, so I feel like I'm making progress. Who else likes ticking off lists? And then I've got making QLA, question level analysis, filling that in, entering our grades online. We use Progresso. Feedback sheets with targets, and then target action sheets, which are what students do in response to the test, and then I return the test to them. So I worked out that was 9 processes. I may not use all of them. So for example, Year 8s, I might just mark them in one go, but then I get to tick off 3 things in one go, which makes me happy. So anything that can make me feel a little bit of a sense of success while I'm marking, I'm all for that. So I'm going to, at this point, just speed up the video a little bit, and I'm basically just drawing lines, measuring out. I'm measuring 4.5 centimeters for the columns because I need 9 different columns. And so each one's, this is a 0.5 centimeter grid. So you can see I'm just going to draw lines there. And then I'm doing the same on the other side, just measuring the 4.5 centimeters, just so you can see my spacing. And then I'll speed up the video. And I made a 3 column, so 1.5 centimeter space for writing the dates, and then a big middle section with whatever was left over for writing the assignments. Now I'm just going to go ahead and draw in all those columns, and we're just going to speed up. So I'm just drawing lines and doing that on both sides, and then I'm just going to write the headings for each of those. What do you use to keep ahead of marking? Do let me know. I'm always looking for strategies. In fact, I'm usually watching YouTube videos like this while I'm busy marking, thinking, how can I streamline this process? How can I make this easier? How can I have a sense of success? One of the other strategies that I normally use is buying new stationery. So having a red pen that I love that I'm looking forward to use. I don't use red pens for anything except for my marking, and maybe for filling up this bullet journal. So that's why I'm trying to find bullet journal pages this month that go with red, because last month I had pinks and it just clashed whenever I picked up a red pen, so I'm trying to do that. Now on the side I'm filling in my classes, so just vertically, and I'm color coding them, so I'm just flicking back to color code in the same way that I color coded my timetable if you've watched my previous video. So just highlighting the sides all color coded, and there's my final page. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll quickly have a flick through right from the beginning. If you're interested in seeing more of any of these pages, please watch the previous video on my January Teacher's Bullet Journal setup for 2009, and please remember to like and subscribe for more videos. Alright, see you soon. Bye.